What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited for this video. We have mentioned making this recipe, but just never gotten around to do it. And I wanted to make a recipe video, but I wanted it to be something tasty, not something healthy. So I have never made donuts before, not any like type of donut, but we have the air fryer and we know that a lot of people have said that making donuts in the air fryer is very good, so we want to test that out. I know like frying your donuts in oil, they will be very calorie dense, so I thought making them in the air fryer will make them more healthy. I was debating which recipe to use. I found a couple on YouTube, but I also found an article that had a very good rating, so I wanted to test that out. And maybe I can try some other ones later. But this is from platedcravings.com and it's called air fryer donuts. There's been a while since I've done any kind of baking, so working with yeast and stuff, I don't know how that will go. It might not rise. I hope it will though. I have made baked goods before, but it's been such a long time, so we will just try and see how this goes. I know there are recipes out there that doesn't need a stand mixer, but I have this, so I want to use it. Yeah, so I will put the recipe in the description so you can go check it out. So it says, in the bowl have lukewarm milk, 1 teaspoon of sugar and yeast. So I have heated up some milk here, and I do think it's about the temperature, like she says 100 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about like 37 I think Celsius. Then just 1 teaspoon of sugar and yeast, and I have 2.5 teaspoons of yeast here. So just gently stir. And then you're supposed to let it sit for 10 minutes until it gets foamy. And if nothing happens, I have failed already. So let's hope it gets foamy. I'm stirring with a spatula as well, just to be sure. Okay, then we'll just see in 10 minutes if anything has happened. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Yay! It worked! I haven't failed yet. Okay, then it says add sugar. So I'll just add the rest of the sugar. 50 grams of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg. And I assume that the egg should be room temperature. Mine wasn't, so I just had it in like lukewarm water, and it feels room temperature now. So let's hope it is inside. Then the melted butter, and then 2/3 of the flour. Then mix on low speed until combined. And then it says to add the flour while it's running until the dough no longer sticks to the bowl. And then after that, I'm supposed to increase to medium to low and knead for 5 minutes until the dough is elastic and smooth. Okay, I ended up using, I think 2.5 tablespoons of flour, more than the recipe said, and it's still stuck to the edges of the bowl. So I don't know what I should do, but I don't want to use too much flour because then they can be dry. So I would rather use too little, I think. But it's set to knead it until it's smooth and elastic, and it does look smooth and elastic. So I'm hoping that that's fine. It's very sticky. Those noises are just Buddy walking around. I swear we do cut his nails, but they make noise again like the day after or something. So yeah, I have a bowl that I have coated with some oil, and now I'm just going to put the dough in the bowl. Okay, then you just want to like toss it around a bit to make sure that the whole thing is covered in oil. Then you want to cover it with some plastic, but you should also spray the plastic with some oil just so that it doesn't stick to the dough when it rises. And on top I just put a paper towel to make sure that the plastic stays down. And I'll just put this in a warm spot. Some ovens has like proofing function on them. I don't think ours has, but we have heating on our bathroom, so I will just put this on the bathroom floor. And it should stay there until it doubles in size. So I think it's about 1 hour or something. You should just check on it. So I'll just put this on the bathroom floor and I'll see you in an hour. Okay, it has been over an hour now and I can already see that I have used way too small of a bowl per usual. I feel like I always use oh my god. I should have used a bigger bowl. I think this might have proved for too long. I bet they will be fine. Turn the dough onto a floured surface. So I will just put some flour down here. Wow. It says punch it down and gently roll it out. And I am, of course, per usual, wildly unprepared. So I don't have a roller and I don't have donut cutters or cookie cutters. So for the past 15 minutes I have been running around here trying to find something to use as a cutter and something to use as a roller. And I found this bottle. I think this will work. I'm giving you tips and tricks for when you don't have what you need. I gotta make sure you can see what I'm doing. I really like our new kitchen, but it's not very filming friendly, like when it comes to angles. To about 1/2 inch. Hey Siri, what's 1/2 inch in centimeters? So 1.3 centimeters, okay. The dough feels very good. This is working out good, except this part, I could just take this off though. Maybe I should do that. Okay, that's better. You learn as you go. Okay, for the cutting, I found a glass and an egg holder. And I think this will make them kind of small. I also have this, but this might make it too big. But these will make it kind of thin, and this won't. I'm a bit scared that I only can like fry up 2 at a time because our air fryer is not that big. So, you know what? Maybe I want to try the glass and see how that goes. They got smaller. I don't know if this is too big, but I don't have anything else. I'm sorry for being so unprepared. Yeah, this can work. I had an empty like salt container, and I think this will work. Yes. Like so. Then I just transfer these over to a baking tray with parchment paper. Then I just gently roll this together and try to form even more donuts. This made quite a lot of donuts. 21 donuts and a bunch of donut holes. I'll cover these in plastic and then just have a towel on top, and it will proof for another like 20 to 30 minutes, I think. The donuts have been proofing for I think 40 minutes or something. They look done, so we want to start air frying them, but we want to make the glaze first. The glaze recipe she had on her blog had butter in it, and I want to make it even lower calorie, so...
Do you mind?
I want to make it even lower calorie, so I want to use another recipe. So the recipe I'm using now, I kind of just made up now. So 240 grams of powdered sugar, 50 grams of milk, or 60. 60 grams of milk. I don't know why I thought a spatula would be good for this, because I think you need a whisk, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I just want to start to combine this.
And don't worry if it becomes runny, because it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Then I'll have 1.5 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I think 1 teaspoon. That looks fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I want any more. Then I want to have 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. That is 15 grams, if you were wondering. Then I'm adding 15 grams of honey, 1 tablespoon. Now we're ready to fry the donuts, and you haven't seen them yet. Here they are.
Look at that.
And the noise is our air fryer. It's not a quiet one.
So there's a fair amount of donuts being made.
So one of the recipe I read said 4 minutes, and another recipe said 5 to 6 minutes. So I think we will just have to check maybe after like 4 minutes or something. I don't know how many, but I will see. I think maybe we can only have like 2 or 3 because our air fryer is very small. And we will spray before and after I put them down. I have preheated it to 180 Celsius, 350 Fahrenheit. We will see how many we can get. Oh, it's so soft. It's really soft. I don't want to overdo it, but I think maybe I could have gotten 4 if I wanted to, but yeah. They shouldn't touch, but now they are. Okay. And just spray one more time. 4 minutes. That's too much.
Okay, so 4 minutes.
It's too much.
Okay, so...
Okay, 3 or something?
Maybe.
First batch always comes out bad, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Are you taking the time?
Oh,
Hey Siri. 2 minutes. Timer 2 minutes.
You want to dip them whilst it's still hot, and just put it on the tray, and it will drip off. It's really hot though, so could have waited a bit, I think. And we will probably double dip everyone, because I think one will be too thin of a layer.
Yeah, they look, even though they're kind of a bit burnt, they look amazing. I was like, this looks fantastic.
Well, they can't be bad.
No, I just want one now.
Me too. I ended up adding 1 more tablespoon of honey, because I really like the honey flavor. So 1 more of that.
That's better.
That was
1 minute and
50 seconds.
Yeah.
We found out that 1 minute 50 seconds, that's the golden time for us.
Yeah.
So we will continue to do that with all the donuts, and then we will have even less time for the donut holes after that. So we will see how long that takes. Probably just 1 minute or something. We decided to double dip half of them, and because we did that, there's barely any left. So if you're going to double dip all of them, you should have more glaze. Because now we want to put the donut holes in this. I would prefer it if we had a bit more glaze, but we will just coat them with what we have. And I decided to have some tutti frutti sprinkles on some of them, because that's me. So maybe we should plate them up and decorate and then show afterwards the finished result.
Yes.
See ya. So that was our first time trying any like sweet goods, I think, in the air fryer. We have been talking about making donuts in the air fryer since we got it, so it was fun to test it out. It's not exactly as a donut. I wouldn't consider it this. I saw someone write in the comment section that it was exactly like a Krispy Kreme donut. If you expect it to be a Krispy Kreme, I think you will be disappointed. In Norway we have something called sweet buns. They are made in the oven. And I think it tastes very similar to a sweet bun, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, it was really good, and the glaze was also really good. If you fry these, they will contain so much oil and probably double the calories. So for a lower calorie version, I really enjoy these. If you have an air fryer, I would recommend you test this out. If there's anything else you want me to make or test out, any recipe you want me to test out or use the air fryer for, then leave that below as well. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.